have a huge problem. Why is it cheaper and more convenient to buy fast food or go to a local liquor store than it is to get fresh, healthy, and affordable produce?
Convenience is what got us here in the first place with the lack of access to healthy food, right? Like that is the origin of fast food, right? So I feel like it's a process of unlearning that concept and realizing how it's affecting us in our lives.
We're seeing child obesity increasing, which is right in par with what's happening nationally. And then with the adults and seniors that we work with, we're seeing hypertension, diabetes, obesity. It's a real concern for us and for the neighborhood that we're working in.
Even if we did remove all the fast food restaurants, a fundamental problem remains. Where do we buy healthy produce, and where does that produce even come from?
I actually live around the corner from a health food kind of grocery store called Easton's, and the pricing is incredible. I never shop there on a regular basis because I just can't afford to.
We forget about where, what the food had to go through to get into our hands, into our plates. And so I think it's really important to be reminded that food comes, grows on a farm, then gets on a truck maybe, and then comes all the way to your grocery store where you buy it. But what happens in between those things is really important, right? What happens in the delivery process? Are there bugs? Are there chemicals? Are there preservatives that are put into our food that we don't know about?
95% of the food in the supermarket are processed food. They're dead food, which messes up the system. That's causing a lot of degenerative diseases.
So the question remains, what can I do about this? Well, there's a great alternative nobody really talks about. And that is community-supported agriculture, or CSA for short. The CSA model is simple. It consists of a community of individuals who pledge support to a farm operation so that the farmland becomes the community's farm. Growers and consumers provide mutual support to one another by sharing the risks and benefits of food production. In return, they receive shares in the farm's bounty throughout the growing season, as well as satisfaction gained from reconnecting to the land and participating directly in food production. So what is APIOPA doing with the CSA model? Well, every other Sunday, we drive out to the Montrose Farmers Market just before closing and we meet Mr. Cha. We've worked out a deal that will get affordable organic produce to the community while also making sure we help a local small farmer. We then load up all the organic and fresh veggies into the coolers, thank and pay Mr. Cha, and put it into the car to take back to the APIOPA office. One cooler is dropped off at APIOPA and the other at the Asian-Pacific American Legal Center to be picked up by CSA subscribers. For only $14 a month, each subscriber gets 5 pounds of fresh produce every other week.
I love that the CSA introduces new types of vegetables to my diet.
It's really nice to have a regular delivery of a variety of different Asian vegetables.
I love the CSA also because I know that I'm supporting a community and an actual farmer.
It's coming from somebody that I guess I don't know personally, but I feel like I know. Having that sort of relationship with the person who grows your food is really important, I think, and so I think I really appreciate that.
In the Philippines, people grew their own vegetables. They had access directly to markets where they knew the farmers that were growing these vegetables. I think people would love to build those relationships again and get closer to their food sources. But there are just actual impediments and obstacles to being able to do that in the way our food distribution works.
When you kind of eliminate some of the middleman, I guess, right? I think the food can hopefully become more affordable.
The goal is to eventually cut out the corporate middlemen and directly connect farmers to the community via a food distribution network or food hub where produce is simply picked up by subscribers. Access to basic necessities such as healthy food and healthy environments should not be limited to the affluent or privileged. We need to stand up, we need to come together, and we need to fight for the change we want to see take place. To find out more information or to sign up for the CSA, please visit us on the web at www.apiopa.org. It's time for change. Change in knowing not only where our food comes from, but also how it's produced. Join us, and with your help, we can make this happen.